Alright guys, so here we are in Singapore for round 13 of season 2 of the SRL F1 Championship, and yeah, we're here in qualifying for the start of this league race. You may be wondering why the quality of the video is so bad, but this is because I'm currently I'm editing this video on my phone, and I haven't figured out a way to download from YouTube in 720p, so I can only download in 360p at the moment, and I haven't found a solution for that yet. So hopefully I will maybe find a solution for that, but for now we'll just do it with 360p, unfortunately. So the video quality will be pretty bad, so apologies for that, but yeah, I can't really do anything about it at the moment. And the reason why I am editing on my phone is because it is just a much better experience than on my laptop, because my laptop is so slow and it constantly freezes, and it is punishment to edit on my laptop, because it just takes hours and hours to make one video, and it's almost impossible, because when I'm doing voiceovers, the preview window that I'm looking at constantly freezes and stuff, so that means that the audio doesn't match with the video, so I then need to cut out some commentary and stuff. It's just a pain in the ass to yeah, edit videos on my laptop, so that's why I'm currently doing it on my phone, because it's much nicer to edit. But yeah, unfortunately the video quality is only 360p. The microphone quality should be a bit better though, because the microphone in my phone is probably a bit better than in my laptop. And I do have an actual microphone, but I can't connect it to my laptop because it doesn't, yeah, for some reason it doesn't recognize it, because it doesn't have the compatible plug for it. So yeah, enough rambling about that. Here we are in this qualifying session at Singapore, currently on our out lap. But as we now come through the final corner, we will start our first timed lap of this session. So here we go, coming into turn 1, braking just after the 100 meter ball, trying to carry as much speed as possible through those first few corners. Bit of oversteer there on the exit, which will cost us about a tenth or two, as you know, come up through the right hander here, trying to reach for the apex there, going wide onto the exit. We actually nudged the wall there on the outside, so that wasn't very good, as you know, go over this back straight, opening the DRS, now braking just after the 100 meter board, again back then into second gear, trying to carry as much speed as possible, again now coming through the hairpin. We have our teammate in front of us, Stoner, and he actually gets in the way there, so that is very frustrating there, because yeah, of course it's my teammate. I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose, because well, I think he tried to get out of the way there, but he just, I think he was probably expecting me to go further to the right, and yeah, I was still pushing on for this lap just to get a banker in, but of course it won't be a very quick lap, because we did get massively held up there by Stoner Eduardo. But yeah, I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose, because, you know, outside of racing we're quite good friends, and we usually do a lot of practicing together and a lot of testing and stuff, so I have quite a good relationship with him, and I'm sure he didn't get in my way on purpose there, so there's no real problem, considering your first lap usually won't be your fastest lap anyway in a qualifying session. So just rounding out the rest of this lap now, like I said, I wasn't really pushing that much, I was just yeah, trying to reset my mind and yeah, go all out again once you start the new lap. So here we go again, now coming through the final corner. This corner is very important, because it is the start of our second lap of the session. We have 44.8 as our first lap, but it won't be the quickest time of the session anyway. So now coming through the first 3 corners again, looks to have been pretty good so far. We have a bit of oversteer there on the exit, as Sandro Dulis actually sets the fastest time of the session there, and our lap is actually invalidated, which is very surprising. I think we have apparently corner cut it somewhere, but I don't really know where it was. And you can see by my wheel movements there that I was clearly frustrated, as Christian now sets the fastest lap of the session, and I didn't have enough fuel left to do another lap, so I had to return back into the pits. And yeah, so here we are now with about 8 minutes left in the session. We will go out again on a fresh set of option tires, so putting in 4 laps in the car, which is just about good enough to do 2 laps in Rich Mix, because of course you have your in lap and out lap as well. So here we go out on track again with about 7.5 minutes to go, so we should be able to do at least 2 stints, I think, because if we do 2 laps per stint. That's about 4 laps if you include the in and the out lap. I think as we have to wait for Sandro Dulis there, that was a bit weird. He kind of stopped in front of my garage there, but yeah, of course, luckily we got away with it. But anyway, excellent bits now. We should be able to do 2 stints because I think with about 7.5 minutes to go, we should be able to come in and go out again on a fresh set of tires now. So yeah, we are now just following Sandro Dulis there. Maybe he can even give us a little bit of slipstream once we start our actual flying lap. So yeah, Sandro Dulis there weaving in front of us to warm up his tires, and he is actually a bit too excited there, and he bins it into the wall, loses his front wing, and that is a very embarrassing moment there for the Greek driver Sandro Dulis, because yeah, he wasn't even on the lap, he was just coming out of the pits weaving to warm up his tires. And I'm sorry, Sandro, if you're watching, I didn't mean to laugh at it, but it was quite a funny moment. I remember in the live chat as well that I had to laugh about it quite a bit, because yeah, losing your front wing because you're weaving too much to warm up your tires is pretty funny if you ask me. Anyway, I'm sorry, Sandro, if you're watching, but yeah, casting our minds back now to this qualifying session. We don't want to let that distract us. It certainly has messed up Sandro's strategy, because he has to come in now again and repair his front wing, so his strategy is completely messed up. Luckily our strategy isn't, so we can now carry on to try and beat the 144.9 set by Christian. So here we go, coming through the final corner now to start our second lap of this session, currently in P4. Remember that some drivers are on prime tires, I'm on option tires. Anyway, coming into turn 1, carrying a lot of speed through there, bit out of shape there through that corner, had a bit of oversteer, but anyway, looks to have been pretty smooth so far through the first few corners. Now braking for this right-hander, clipping the apex nicely there, going wide, just about missed the wall there, so that was much better than the first attempt we did. As we now come up to the first sector split, let's see how we do, and we are going purple there, so we are under the time of Christian, really attacking this corner, bit of oversteer there on the exit, now into the hairpin, trying to reach for the apex again in full lock, now going left for turn 8, I think it is, trying to get on that power as early as possible to carry as much speed as possible onto the straight. Now this very tricky left hand here, very easy to cut the corner there and get your lap time invalidated, like this right-left section as well, the chicane, which used to be the Singapore sling. Now braking for this left-hander hairpin, trying to miss the wall there, a lot of oversteer there on the exit. We were so lucky to miss the wall there. I kind of turned in too early, but had a bit of a step with the wheel to avoid the wall. Still going purple there, 2 seconds under our time. Remember that we of course got held up in the first lap by our teammates, so still going purple now under the time of Christian. I can't see the delta on the left of my screen, but anyway, trying to push on for the rest of this lap now, almost hitting the wall again, now going under the bridge. Very easy to lose your front winger as well. You get very close to the barriers there, trying to now close off this lap, reaching for the apex now for this final section. Very easy to corner cut as well, bit of oversteer on the exit. Now coming through the final corner, we need to do this perfectly, carry as much speed as possible through the corner. Is it good enough for pole? Yes it is, 133.9, and that is good enough for pole position. I'm still going to push on for this lap, but we immediately cut the corner, but I don't care, that lap was very good, and now we have provisionally the fastest lap of this session. So wow, 143.9. It's not perfect because my PB in time trial was a 142.9, I think, so there is still about a second to find if I do an absolutely perfect lap, but of course that's pretty much impossible to do in a 15-minute qualifying session, because you know, usually the times you do in time trial are like 1 try out of 100 or something. So yeah, usually you will never beat your time trial time in a league race. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that lap. I think we should be safe for the rest of this session as we now return back into the pit. So yeah, with about 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining, we can't go out again because that's just simply not enough time to do an out lap and then start your lap as well, considering one lap is about 1 minute 43 like I did. So yeah, we're just waiting out the rest of the session now with 5 seconds to go. Surely nobody will improve my time. Actually, Dion Stahl is surprisingly in 2nd position, so that is very good from him. That is probably, I think maybe even his best qualifying session ever in SRL. I don't think he's ever had pole position, but I'm not sure, so I apologize if I'm wrong about that. But anyway, it's still very nice to see a Dutch front row lookout in this qualifying session. So anyway, rounding out the rest of the grid, we have the Finn Christian in 3rd place, Samuel Brandt in 4th place, and Sandro Dullis recovering after his broken front wing to 5th place. So that has pretty much been it for this video. So if you've enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will upload the race as soon as possible, like always. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.